Hello and welcome to the SpiderCast podcast, and we are returning for 2019.
Yep, we're back finally.
Yes, and we had a little fun here before we started. We are a little late.
Oh my god, there's a reason why I'm probably out of breath right now.
we were having a little bit of fun at his expense, and then vaginal discharge and stuff like that.
Don't do that.
I told you I was going to get it in like 10 times in this podcast. So welcome to the SpiderCast podcast. This is where father and son go down the rabbit hole. We talk tech, gaming, and the meaning of life, which is always 42. And I am Travis Dunn.
I thought that was 36, and I'm Austin Adams.
And we're just two average people who love to sit down and bullshit and do all that good stuff.
A lot of that first one.
So today's episode, we're going to talk about the 2018 Gaming Awards. We're going to talk about Epic versus Steam. We're going to talk about CES 29. We're talking about Bungie leaving Activision.
That one's a big one.
We'll talk briefly about Japan taking on console modding, the Harley Davidson Livewire announcement, and kind of our plans for 2019. We're also going to talk a little bit about some of the trailers that have come out. Pretty much everything Marvel.
Yep.
Everything Marvel. It's going to be an exciting. It's going to be an exciting episode. It's going to be an exciting year for us. So where have we been? Well, if you can't sort of hear my voice, and I'm going to apologize now, if at any given time I may have to cough, I may have to put a cough drop in. I've been totally sick for the past month.
Yeah, he's been done for, and well, I can't really do the show without someone because I don't think people just want to hear me talk nonstop.
No, I don't want to hear you talk.
Yeah, and I was thinking about possibly having Sidious join in as a guest appearance for the past couple ones, but
he's been sick too.
Yeah, he's been kind of sick too. So then again, I don't think people want to hear me talk nonstop.
Yeah, it's been horrible. It's been going around the house. I
haven't got it.
I literally finally today went to go to the doctor and get some meds because I'm like, it's been a month. I'm sick of being sick. I'm literally going through like 2 bottles of cough medicine.
How does that work?
And like a bag of Halls a week. So,
obviously more than just one bag.
At least a bag a day. So
that's more accurate.
I mean, it's been bad, and it's kind of the reason why you haven't seen the past couple weeks. We were planning on doing one more episode for the end of last year. Like I said, that's just how unfortunately it panned it out.
Yeah, well, we were planning on doing it either the day after Christmas or New Year's.
Yeah, we were planning on doing some things. Obviously, if you're new to this show, we sit and we talk about this, that, and the other, mostly tech and gaming, but we do throw a few other things in between. If you're listening on the audio portion of this podcast, which we're available on pretty much every major platform, including Apple Podcasts now.
Yay, finally.
We finally got on Apple Podcasts. We're also on Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor. I mean, pretty much any major one, we're pretty well on it. And you can pretty much find us under the SpiderCast logo. If you want to catch us live, we're usually about 8 p.m.-ish. We're obviously, like I said, a little late today.
Let's see.
On Tuesdays, and that's Eastern Standard Time. So feel free to join in on the chat, ask us questions. We're more than welcome to answering our opinions on things. So,
as long as it's not politics.
Politics is pretty much the only thing that we've given it mostly off limits. I won't say we won't ever talk about something politics if it relates to tech or gaming, but other than that, it's pretty much anything's fair game. So, obviously, Christmas happened, and
yep,
you walked out like a freaking bandit. Let me tell you.
I walked out like a bank robber that didn't get caught.
Yeah, it's.
Well, didn't really walked out. I kind of hobbled.
Hobbled, yeah. So you had surgery.
Yep.
And hopefully the last surgery. Had his ACL done on his left leg.
Right.
Yes, right. Damn.
It was the left the first two.
It was the left first two. So you were pretty much laid up. So you got to do
all Christmas.
Yeah, all of Christmas. And you've gotten to play a lot of games. Some of which you've streamed here on his channel.
I think all but one because I haven't touched that one yet.
So you got a PS4.
Yep, PlayStation 4 finally joined that crowd.
So yep, we finally got a PlayStation 4 in house. And frankly, at $200, it was a good deal.
Yeah,
especially because you got Spider-Man, which was probably one of the better games for the year.
yeah, I feel like definitely with what I played so far, I haven't touched it since I last streamed it. I think I definitely like the game a lot, and I am planning on streaming that a bit more.
And at some point, I myself will sit down and play it. Unfortunately, we're all just actually waist deep at this point. We're waist deep in Red Dead Redemption, which is another game you got for Christmas.
That.
So you and I have been.
We got Red Dead, Fallout 76, God of War 4, which I am planning on streaming that at some point. I have no idea when. And like we just said, well, I forget what it was.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
It came with the bundle. Like I said, for $200, it was kind of a no-brainer at this point.
It was a good deal.
I went ahead and bought myself a Xbox One S.
Yeah, I was about to say you kind of almost made out like a bandit too with that one.
I didn't do half bad. I bought myself an Xbox One S mostly because I get tired of fighting you for the regular Xbox.
I'm sorry, I used it more than you.
But when I want to sit down and play, like I have been here lately, especially because I've been sick and I haven't been able to I'll sleep a couple hours and then be up. I want to be able to sit down and play, so that's pulling the console in and out of your room in the middle at 2 a.m. is just not a feasible thing.
Without waking me up, yeah.
Right. So now all I have to do is hunt the disc down and and steal it from you.
Yep.
And then I bought myself the Xbox Live Game Pass, which is actually not at the price I pay. Like I wouldn't pay regular retail for it, which is like 15 or $20 a month, something like that.
I thought it was $10 a month.
Maybe it's $10.
It's $10 a month,
something like that. I wouldn't pay the price that they normally have it, but I found a card for it for $70. For the price of one video game, it is damn worth it.
Yeah.
I don't think I
was actually using it earlier.
At $120, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it. And I know that's 2 video games, but to spend that money on top of a lot of other $10 a month type of things, like your Netflix and your Hulus and all that stuff, it just there's not that much there. There is some cool stuff that's supposed to be coming to that.
Yeah, I actually started playing the Division earlier on the Game Pass.
That's one of the games I'd like to try to play.
I knew it was on there. I wanted to check it out. So.
And then a friend of mine got me the Ultimate Edition. I bought it partly to play Forza Horizon 4.
Without actually buying the game.
Without actually buying the game, because I figured, for pretty much the price of the game, I'm getting all this other stuff for a year. But a friend of mine went ahead and got me a digital version of the Ultimate for Forza Horizon 4, so I now have everything.
Yeah.
Which is really awesome.
Which I found out was also installed on my account.
Well, because our accounts are sort of tied together under the family.
Yeah, so I had all of that too.
So yeah, you had access to all that too. So it's pretty cool. Oh, and another thing he got for Christmas, and you can sort of see it in the background if you want to. We got him a gaming chair. It's red and black.
Kind of goes with the theme.
Right, goes with the theme. We're gonna. I'm gonna do something. I have a patch, but I'm a little nervous about because it's an iron-on patch.
Which one? The spider?
The spider one. I'm real tempted to do it, but I'm afraid to do it. I'm afraid I'm gonna melt the leather.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. I think sewing it on is gonna be your best bet.
There's no way for me to sew it on because I can't get from the backs. I can't get the sewing. I may try to do an adhesive. I'm nervous about that, but I might. The other option is I may go ahead and I may just do you a vinyl decal and stick on it.
That might be best.
I'm thinking that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm just going to create a big ass. In fact, I'm probably going to put your Twitch name on it. So,
which is my username for everything,
right?
Besides PlayStation.
So I mean that's the thing. It's like, man, like I said, a lot of game stuff. Got you an Elgato.
Yes, the Elgato.
Kim saying it's the USB stick one.
Yes, and we need to get me We need to get the Switch, the HDMI Switch,
Yeah,
so that I will not have any problems with the Elgato anymore, which is the only reason why I have not done any console streams here recently.
Yeah, in fact, we're probably going to try to order that this weekend when we get a second. But yeah, we're gonna get a 3 in, 2 out, so that way he can have one going to the Elgato on the output and the other one going to his regular TV, and that's to. There's a little bit of lag. It's not a ton. I mean, it actually plays pretty good, 1-to-1. But there are some.
What, the Switch or the Elgato?
The Elgato. It's not horrible,
Elgato,
but it's kind of a pain. Like you're not getting
decent.
You're not getting the full screen, and you're doing it through. You're watching it through.
Yeah, no,
OBS
I'm doing it through Streamlabs OBS, and that was a pain for me trying to stream Spider-Man.
Yeah, so it's a little clunky, and so we're gonna eliminate that issue with doing the Switch thing, the HDMI switcher, which should help.
Yeah, that should help a lot.
God, what else? I want to say there was something else I wanted to mention, and for the life of me, I can't remember.
I'm trying to think.
I know there was something else. Boy, that tells you where I'm at.
Got gift cards.
Oh yeah, you got lots of gift cards.
I got Amazon, which is what we're using to get stuff for the channel.
Yep, you got Amazon, Best Buy, or Amazon,
GameStop, which I used to get stuff for the Xbox. And Steam, which I'm still looking for games to get or add-ons for games.
The Steam sale wasn't that good this season.
No, it wasn't, and that's why I kind of held off.
Yeah, just put it in your account and hold off, and then use it whenever the next big Steam sale.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of doing.
All right, so the other thing from 2018 that we want to go over is the gaming awards. We're going to just briefly talk about this. God of War got Game of the Year.
I was actually very surprised about that.
I would love to see what the actual point score was as far as the counts.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure
Red Dead
and Spider-Man were neck and neck with it.
Yeah, they had to be pretty close. But to be honest, Red Dead I think got 4 awards. I think was total. They got
it was
more,
either 4 or 5, but they got a whole lot that.
Yeah, they swept up several other awards in the show. In fact,
Red Dead probably took most overall best game, but God of War took Game of the Year.
Yeah, I think God of War won 3, and I think Red Dead Redemption won 4. I think that's what the count went.
Of course, the big one that everyone really just cares about is Game of the Year. So
Game of the Year is the big one.
You see that on a game, you instantly know
that it should be pretty good. And we've got it. We haven't played it yet. Obviously, it's on the game list of things to play for the next year.
Play and stream. Yeah.
So yeah, and we're gonna talk a little bit about movies. So we love movies. We especially this last year, we went and probably seen more movies this last year than I think we've ever seen it ever.
I think we saw a couple repeats. I think it was like Black Panther and Wonder Woman that we saw a few times over.
Me and the wife went and seen Aquaman because that was one of the things we got for Christmas. We got a dinner and a movie package.
Date nights.
Yeah, we got 2 dinner and a movie packages. So we went and seen Aquaman. I was spoiler free. There's no spoilers here. It was probably the best DC hero movie I've seen yet.
Yeah, I keep hearing that from people.
There's nothing that blew me away. There's nothing that was like, oh my god, this is game changing.
But you can kind of tell they stuck to the formula.
They stuck to a good formula. It had a proper beginning, middle, and end. It had, it built up the story for the movie, and there was nothing left unfiltered. And that's my my biggest problem with a lot of the Star Wars movies right now. There's so much stuff that's left out that they're not filling in, and even worse is they're not filling it in with books and comic books and things like that, with other content that they normally do.
They're just leaving it out and leaving people to guess.
Yeah, it's totally left up to kind of fandom, and man, does that turn ugly quick. But overall, I think if I'm not the biggest Aquaman fan. I think he's kind of stupid in my book. I understand.
He's not the biggest one, but He's always been, for some reason, a founding member of the Justice League.
Yeah, he's
I
always
don't understand why, but
he's always been part of the whole Justice League build-up story. I think it would have been proper if they had done Aquaman before the Justice League movie. I would have
kind of like they did Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman.
right. All that should have been done before they did the Justice League movie. I think they kind of
Biggest thing is
they jumped the gun.
Are they going to do Flash? They've done everyone else. Okay, if they don't do Flash, Cyborg.
I'll be honest. I think I'd rather see Cyborg than Flash.
Yeah.
I'm so tied to the TV show. Right now, I absolutely love what DC is doing as far as the TV series is going.
Yeah, I'm sorry. DC's TV shows take the cake instead of Marvel's.
Yeah, Marvel's TV shows are not as polished.
And they're also getting canceled.
It seems like left and right.
Well, no. I think after Punisher Season 2, it's going to get canceled, just like everything else.
Yeah, well, and a lot of speculation going on with that. Maybe we'll sit down and we'll have.
They might go to the Disney streaming service.
Right, everybody thinks it's going to go to the Disney streaming service, but
when they release that, no one knows.
Yeah, no, it's probably going to be. I'm sure it's going to be sometime this year. So we also got to see the first trailer for Avengers Endgame.
I'm actually very surprised with that name, how they did it.
You know, it was a horribly kept secret. This is one of those.
Everyone knew that there was leaks left and right.
Yeah, everyone was like
we saw stuff from the set of Spider-Man Far From Home before Endgame, so we automatically knew Spider-Man was coming back.
Yeah, and actually, it's one of the ones we'll talk about because that literally just came out in the last 24 hours. The first trailer for this.
Talk about timing, right?
Yeah, tell me about it. But you know, ultimately the Avengers Endgame, because even Doctor Strange says we're in the Endgame now. So I mean, they literally set up.
Oh yeah, he does.
He says that. So they literally set up the name, and like I said, a lot of people had been speculating.
I thought it was going to be like Avengers Annihilation, or there was a poll that I looked at on YouTube. It was Screen Rant. They put up a poll about what everyone thinks that the next Avengers film should be named. I chose Annihilation because that kind of, I would think that would fit.
To me, that would have almost been a better one for the one
Infinity War,
right? The first Infinity, like it should have been Infinity War, Annihilation, or Infinity War Endgame.
But that would just give away what happens.
Yeah, it kind of in a way. So we also got to see we've seen the first couple trailers now of Captain Marvel.
Not me.
Yeah, for some reason he's
I've not seen it on any of my lists.
It's so weird because you watch so much YouTube.
I watch so much theories about movies. I have not seen anything about Captain Marvel. And yeah, I watch Screen Rant nonstop.
It's so weird because they've actually have talked about it.
I remember them mentioning it, just not. Oh yeah, by the way, a new trailer came out.
I'm not super excited about Captain Marvel for a couple of reasons, and it has nothing to do with the fact.
All I know is she's probably gonna play one of the biggest roles in Endgame.
She's gonna be a heavy hitter. She's gonna be
she's gonna be Thor's starting person.
She's gonna be somewhere between Thor. She'll probably be above Thor and also above.
I don't know.
Hulk.
Thor, Delta, devastating below to Thanos there,
and that's my kind of thing. I think she's a little overpowered. I mean, she may not be. I mean, obviously we haven't seen a movie yet, but based on,
Yo, what's up, Keoli Cast and Twitch Solo? How you guys doing tonight?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good evening to you too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on the chat.
Yeah, no, that's why I just saw it all pop up.
Yeah, unfortunately, it pops up in one place but doesn't pop in another. It's kind of.
That's why I switched.
It's kind of goofy. But I don't know. Like, I want to see it, but I'm not. Like, for me, I know I need to see it before we see Avengers. So I'm gonna go see it.
That's like number one. Go and see.
You know, so I'm gonna go see it just because it's gonna be somewhat tied to Avengers Endgame, and I feel like I need to see it to have the whole story with the character.
Well, it's definitely gonna be tied into Endgame.
Yeah, it's gonna be tied with Endgame.
Because, well, okay, Endgame trailer, we see Tony Stark in the ship. I'm guessing Nebula's with him because she was on Titan with him. They're in the they're in Star-Lord's the Guardians of the Galaxy ship, and well, how are they gonna get out of there?
Well,
Energy's out. Life support's about to go out.
Everybody. That's a
Either
speculation.
Thor somehow gets to him,
There's been theories about Thor, and
or Captain Marvel jumps to them.
There's some theories about that, and then there's also the theory that Pepper will. She will go with the rescue outfit.
I don't think anyone truly knows that he's out there.
That's the question: does anybody actually know where he's at? And obviously it's something we'll find out in Endgame.
Unless Cap has a secret hidden transmitter shoved somewhere.
Let's not even go there. And then obviously we talked about a moment ago. Spider-Man: Far From Home trailer came out. I think it was too early for this.
Yeah, because they basically just confirmed Spider-Man's coming back. Nick Fury is coming back.
We see Nick Fury in the trailer.
That man never dies. I'm sorry. They fake his death so many times in the movies.
I want to.
I think that's a royal joke now. Every other movie he has to die.
It is kind of almost a joke. I want to see him back. I want to see. I'll be honest. I'm more excited in the Captain Marvel to see, old school badass Nick Fury.
Oh, I want to see. Wait, Nick Fury with an afro.
Oh,
dun.
If you want to see that, if you want to see him with a fro, just we'll have to watch Broken or Unbreakable, or no Glass.
Mr. Glass, and I think it is Unbreakable.
So
there's another one that he's in.
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious, but it's going to be a very, very exciting movie season. In fact, we're going to spend a fortune going into the movie theater this year.
Yeah, kind of thing. I mean, look at the lineup.
I want to say
Captain Marvel in March, Endgame in April, I think, and then Far From Home in July.
And then obviously at the end of the year we've got the next Star Wars movie.
Oh God, yeah.
And there's 2 or 3 others that I went through. We'll have to go through our list of movies for 2019.
We're going to have to do just a stream on 2019 movies.
Yeah. All right, moving on then. We're going to talk about Valve and Epic Games. Now, recently Valve changed their split for their high-tier sales developers. So normally it's a 7/30 split, and then I think they went to 80/20 or something. It bumps up once you get like 10 million downloads or something like it. There's a magic.
I didn't look at the statistics.
There's a magic number. It's either a dollar amount or a download amount, and then you get bumped up. But Epic Games, which if you saw the Game Awards, they kind of announced this there. Yeah, it was something that was kind of announced there. Epic does the Unreal Engine, which if you've been a old school Doom player. Or
Unreal Tournament. That's probably where I got most of my start.
A lot of newer games are using the Unreal Engine. It's a fairly robust set of things, and like Valve originally has done, they decided, well, we're going to get into the open marketplace, and so they opened up their own marketplace, and it's kind of like Steam, where they got a curated amount of games available, and they're offering 88/12 split. So developers get 88% of the split. And if you're using the Unreal Engine, you
get more.
You're getting a huge discount, because normally the way a lot of that works, she had to let the dog in.
Yeah, she had to let the dang dog in.
Hi, Miss Toodles. Go lay down, please.
You're wet. Go.
Go lay down.
Go lay down.
Go lay down on the bed. There she goes.
Yep.
All right. So normally the way a lot of the Unreal Engine is, anybody can develop with it. It's pretty much free. Yeah. But if you sell the game, there's a certain set of rules as far as royalties are concerned. So basically they negate those if you sell on the Epic storefront. So you're basically saving more money.
Yeah, and I think Subnautica, it's selling on Epic Games Store and Steam, so they're playing 2 markets here.
Right.
I saw that, and plus, I think Epic Games is also doing the free games of the month.
Yes,
kind of like Xbox.
They're doing 2 free games a month. The first one was Subnautica, and man, did I start getting too crazy into that.
Yeah, same here. I think I only did 2 streams
and
and
then
then died
there's
and stopped.
Super Meatball or
Super Meat Boy.
Meat Boy. That's it, Meat Boy.
Are you hungry?
Not now. We had
B-dubs.
yeah, we have the B-dubs, and I went Asian Zing, and you always get the dry ones.
Hey, I like my desert heat back off. That.
Being sick, I always want spicy food.
Hey, don't do blazing like you did last time.
God, that was, and that the worst part was
I think that's the reason why we didn't do one of ours, because you had blazing and you're just like, oh no, I can't do it.
It was so painful, and the thing was, it was like I like spice, and I don't mind a little heat, but man, I gotta have some flavor.
That was hot for no reason.
Yeah, it was hot for no reason. But anyway, back in the games now, we talk about food. We will have to do an episode on food too.
Hot Wings Challenge.
Oh, we might actually have to do that. Maybe for your 250 stream, we'll do
torture ourselves.
Yeah, we'll torture ourselves. And for anybody who doesn't know, if you're kind of new,
wait, where's the celebration music?
Spider finally hit 100 followers on his stream. So
104 and 2 subs.
Yep, and
finally.
So speaking of which, we're going to.
I thought we were talking about that more towards the end.
Yeah, well, we're getting towards the end anyway. But yeah, he's gonna do a big live stream somewhere here in the next few weeks. We're gonna announce the date coming up soon. I've already bought the gift card to give away.
Yep, we're doing a giveaway.
It's gonna be a $25 Amazon gift card. You have to be either a follower or a sub during the drawing. And if you're a follower, you get 1 entry. If you're a sub,
you get 3
entries. So, feel free to make sure if you haven't followed or you haven't subbed, now's a good time to get in. We'll do, like I said, we'll do that sometime between now and the end of the month. It's going to be a 12-hour stream.
Or the first weekend of February.
It could be the first couple days of February, but it's going to be very, very end of the month, first of February. And like I said, we'll announce the official date. We're working on that right now.
Yeah, that's behind the scenes stuff.
I think we have officially decided that we're gonna play through the ages, right? We're gonna.
That's what I've been telling everyone to check out. So
yeah, we're gonna play through the ages. We're literally going to.
I think we're going to start what?
I think we're going to start with like Atari 2600 type of, and move our way up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna select a set of consoles.
It's gonna be like a 12 to 14-hour stream.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. We'll take some breaks in between to.
I think some of them I'm going to be by myself because you're either going to be taking a nap or.
Yeah, I won't be there for all of it, but I'm thinking maybe we'll do the podcast in the middle of the stream. So I'm kind of thinking we might do a special podcast just for that.
What, like towards the end, like the last hour or so?
Possibly. But like I said, we'll figure out the details and we'll let everybody know. Make sure you follow us on our social media, and you can find me at MyDoneLife at both Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, no, we don't talk about your Twitch. Right there, they are.
And Instagram for Austin is Spider's Nest 713. That's his official one for this channel.
Yep, I finally got around to making one.
Yep, and then so yeah, keep an eye on those. We will make the official announcement at the time when we're going to do the stream and we're going to do the giveaway for the 100 follower. And then, like I said, I'm sure as he moves up the ladder, we'll
find more stupider and crazy things to do.
We'll do stupid stuff.
We're guys. We always do stupid crap.
All right, we're gonna move on to following into the 2019 CES. CES was kind of blah this year, to be honest.
I don't even know what that is. You're more in that.
Consumer Electronics Show.
Okay, yeah, I've heard about that.
Okay, and Computer Electronics Show is normally where all the big manufacturers come together and they show off their latest and greatest products. They show off
this
prototypes.
Is basically what they've been working a whole year on.
Last year, Razer, famous for making gaming peripherals and things like that, and they're a huge sponsor of a lot of
Twitch channels,
including your aunt, depending on where you're from. And last year they did a special, like this really cool 3-monitor laptop. It was a weird custom build and it folded up in a certain way.
Kind of like the laptop that isn't a laptop that was
stolen.
Got stolen? What, from the convention?
It got stolen from the convention center during the off hours. So
someone's not.
Needless to say, we did not see as much prototype stuff this year because that was it was actually, they said specifically it was a concept. It was they didn't figure they would never actually build it, but they just it was a proof of concept to see if they could build it. And
That's kind of you never know until you try.
Exactly, and it was kind of cool for what it was. It was nothing was practical about it whatsoever, but it was just kind of a cool thing. And obviously, if you were like it would have been a cool thing for them to produce like a limited number of for like for your esports games.
Oh yeah.
So
Use them for competition and
right, to give to their competition teams to use. That's what it would have been, a really cool thing. I don't think it would have been a practical product to sell. It'd been stupid expensive. So a couple things that was kind of cool from CES. LG showed off a bunch of OLED TVs, and these things are just badass. Now I'm gonna have Austin pull up. Yeah, go ahead. Switch over. There we go. All right. So these things, you'll see, it's like a TV stand, which obviously
it looks like it's coming out.
It literally it's a foldable one, and it literally comes out of the box. And if you click on I think the next picture.
Yeah, there's
a better picture. And the other cool thing is it
comes out depending on what you want to look at.
Right. It'll come out full up if you're want to watch your TV or whatever. But if you just want like social media, weather, it'll pop up 8 or 10 inches, and it will display just that, which is really, really cool. And I think if you show on the next one, it'll show, So it literally kind of, you'll see it's like a mechanism that folds out. And we're going to see a lot more of this type of technology, these thinner panels.
Yeah, I think I saw one that, it was like a year or so ago. Samsung made it.
Or you were starting to see these foldable, very, very ultra thin TV or monitor screens. And this is just
screens in general.
Yep, this is just another version of that product, and literally, like I said, it rolls up inside the box, and
knowing LG, it's a smart TV too.
Oh yeah, it's a smart TV.
It has to be
super, super cool, but it's also for super, super rich people.
Is it 4K too?
Actually, I think go back to the regular thing. We'll look at the dock. I think it was an 8K. They have a 4. I know they have one. One's a 4K and one's an 8K. So the 88-inch was an 8K OLED.
8K. Well, what is 8K?
8K is more than 4K.
Apparently, it's
basically the only there's only a few cameras that even shoot 8K, like a Red Epic camera will shoot 8K. But like just the body of I think it's like $50,000. Linus Tech Tips has one or two.
What, 8K cameras?
Yeah, I don't even know if they shoot in 8K, but they don't produce in 8K.
Yeah, I know. You can
not for YouTube. It's not worth it. But
not worth the problems.
Yeah, it's not worth the headache, and it's not worth the space. Like I said, I don't know if they actually produce in 8K, but I know the output is never 8K. So the 88-inch 8K OLED, and then they had a 65-inch OLED 4K. No pricing announced.
Of course, they wanted to get people excited and go, I'll buy this no matter what the price, and then make the price stupid high.
Oh yeah, if this thing was not $20,000 or $30,000, it would highly surprise me. I expect it to be 50, 60, 80K easy. For the 88-inch 8K.
Okay, 88-inch 8K, I can see that. But for the 4K, 65-inch,
I think that's going to be a $20,000 or $30,000. It's super special.
It's one of the first of its kind.
It is the first of its kind. Obviously, OLED's still a bit of a new technology, especially in these large TVs. The problem with OLED
is that it burns in.
It burns in horribly bad. If anybody's had like an old school plasma TV or one of the early LCDs
or a Samsung phone,
yeah, don't even get me started. I have a Samsung 8 Plus.
Actually, mine has an OLED screen. My iPhone.
Yeah, and within the first year, right before the warranty ran out, I hadn't replaced the screen under warranty because the burn-in was just atrocious. And it's a part of the technology that needs work and needs to be repaired. So
Thing is, I don't think they can truly work around that.
The thing
It depends on what materials is in it.
and that's the thing. It's just it's a progressional thing that the technology needs to develop, and OLED right now, but it produces such a beautiful TV
Now, see,
screen.
there's actually a technology with my phone. It has, I think it's like true toning, where it changes the tone so that the screen will not burn in.
It tries to mitigate there. It does certain things to try to mitigate the
phones that don't have it average 4 months without.
Yeah, mine, like I said, mine was horrible, and it was pretty much burn in most of the time I owned it. It was just it was coming down to the end, and
It
I
was
was
getting
like,
bad.
It was really really bad, and I was like, screw it, I'm gonna get it replaced. And like I said, it was covered on, it was one of the things covered under warranty, so they paid for it. So other announcements was from AMD, and here's the thing: AMD did this big, like AMD normally does a big announcement, but they normally do a big announcement off site. It's kind of like, when you're doing things for.
I don't think Nvidia shows their stuff there either, right?
They do show stuff there. It's not always the new stuff, but they do show stuff.
They
there.
show the previous line to kind of go, but our next line is.
Yeah. So AMD did this big showing at CES, and it was so horribly boring. I felt sorry for the people. I literally sit and watched it all through, and I was so bored.
I bet
it felt like an investor meeting. That's what it felt like.
that's probably what they were aiming for.
Maybe, but the big announcement from them was the new Radeon 7 graphics card. At least as far as what they said this thing competes with the 2080 in regular performance. Obviously, that's without ray tracing.
Mm-hmm.
And that it would come in at the same price as the RTX 2080, which was probably my biggest disappointment with this whole thing. Like, I love the fact that AMD is poking out new cards that are really going after NVIDIA, and they should be. I think they have the ability to compete.
Considering that is their number one competitor.
Well, that is their competitor. I mean, it's AMD or NVIDIA. I
think we started out as NVIDIA. Now I think almost everyone in this house is AMD.
I have. Well, these are the RX 480s that I have. One in your machine, one that's in my machine. Both were originally in my machine. It's the first AMD cards I bought in years, and it was because of price. And I got it right before the big crazy market for the Ethereum mining.
Yeah.
So I got them open box, which they were still brand new, for $210, $215 with tax. So I got them both really cheap. And they've been good graphics cards. I don't really have a ton of complaints. I had a 960 before that.
I think I used to record Arma gameplay with this.
But it was kind of one of those things. It's like I wanted an upgrade, and at the time, like I said, both of them, same brand, same model, came up as open box for, like I said, with tax and everything, was just over $200, and I couldn't pass up. And that's the thing. AMD has always been a price to performance. They don't always perform with Intel and Nvidia, but the price has always been the thing. And I think they really missed the mark by not being a couple $100 cheaper than a 2080. At a couple $100, it's one of those things. Like, if I'm looking at a brand new card, and I'm looking to spend $700, which I'm not that person. I probably could be, but I'm not.
You're not, because you want to live.
Yeah, tell me about it. So at the same price as a 2080, even though don't get me wrong, I think ray tracing right now is just it's a gimmick.
Yeah, I haven't even heard about it.
It's a gimmick, and there's like one tech demo. I think Battlefield actually does it. And
did you forget to mute your phone?
I did forget to mute my phone, but that's the first.
Seriously?
That's weird. I had like a double ding.
No, that was a normal ding.
Ding. Fries are done.
Would you like an apple pie with that?
Yes, I would, because I'm like craving everything. That's the thing about being sick, is I'm craving everything.
You're weird like that.
I was doing real good. I was going to the gym like 2 to 3 days a week, and I was starting to watch what I was eating, and then I get sick.
Boom.
Yeah, and I totally can't do anything. So anyway,
Don't you know you got power through the sickness? Come on, feel the burn.
yeah. So, but if I'm looking at a Radeon 7 and an RTX 2080, even with the whole ray tracing thing, I'm probably going to go NVIDIA. If that was $150, $200 cheaper, absolutely I would buy the AMD if I was in that price range. I think they missed the mark on the price. Even if it was $100 cheaper, I think it would have sold better, or it would sell better. Right now, it's
Probably.
and that's the thing. That's the the $699, just like with NVIDIA. That's a suggested retail. That's not necessarily what aftermarket partners are going to price it at. So it's probably going to be $750, $800 for the aftermarket board partners.
Truthfully, even though I've done a lot with this card in my machine, I probably like NVIDIA better.
I typically like
they can
NVIDIA
do.
better. They normally perform a little better. The drivers are a little more robust. I will say AMD has made huge strides in the past few years with their cards and with their drivers, which is why I took the chance and bought those. And I'm overall, for what I paid for it, I think I got my money's worth. And that's
especially over 2 machines, 3 if you count the redo.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things like here probably in the next year I'm going to be looking at that next card, and
because these are starting to get old, but they're still doing work.
Yeah, they're still doing work. Probably what's going to happen is I'm going to get a brand new card, and you're going to go dual card. You're gonna go.
That'll help me out.
Yeah, it's gonna help you out
a lot.
Yeah, probably. So and the other thing, so that was pretty much my thing about that wasn't really there were a couple of announcements talking about we are gonna see the next generation of AMD CPUs, but there wasn't a whole lot of announcement as far as that's concerned. Just that it was coming. It was coming in the summer, so we'll have to see what happens in that. The other thing we saw was more $1,000 cameras and camcorders.
You knew that was coming.
And I'm thinking, why? We have there's plenty of cameras more than $1,000 that does 4K pretty well, 60 FPS. What we don't have is that 4K less than say $599 that gets 4K, even 4K 30 and maybe like 1080p 120. That's what we need. We need that enthusiast, but relatively, and I say inexpensive, like $600.
Does that as like a side, but it's not the main thing that they do.
Don't get me wrong, $600 is a lot of money, and I won't deny that. But trust me, for somebody that's been in that does cameras and things like that, that's really not a lot of money.
No.
I paid almost that for my regular DSLR camera. Sorry, can't speak. And
apparently not.
It's not hard to throw $1,000 at a camera rig. It's not. It's weird.
Yeah, I know a few of my friends who love photography. Their families got them cameras over Christmas. They've been doing photography like nonstop since. And they were talking about how much it cost, and I just don't think that. I don't think it should be that much.
It really should.
It really shouldn't be.
And like I said, 4K. I mean, you can get it in a cell phone that's pretty decent. I mean, considering everything a cell phone does, why can't we get that kind of price range, which is in that ballpark, and get 4K, a solid 4K, good bit rate with a decent FPS. I don't understand why that's not possible in that price range. But,
And sometimes it's just
not
right for the economy.
Well, and it's all of that. We're spending more money and getting less features, and that's kind of my notes in there.
That's also coming up for the next product here too.
So, and then the next thing is the foldable phone from Royale.
Now, see, I thought I saw something like this coming from Samsung for Samsung 10.
There's some rumors about Samsung 10. We won't really get into that because it is really, really rumorish. There's nothing there's no actual confirmed info yet. But Royale displayed a flexible phone I like the concept, but not necessarily the execution. I'll let you switch over.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Making sure I can actually see
So
it.
so this is it, and this is
It's basically a tablet that you can fold up into a phone and maybe fit into your pocket.
it has like
maybe not.
I would describe it as like a big billfold.
I see. I
Almost
don't
like
think you can fit that into your front pocket.
I don't know. Well, probably not your front pocket, but because big boy problems.
Hey, no, my pockets are big.
I'm not going there. Vaginal discharge. That's all I'm going to say. Told you I was going to get that into the stream.
Oh, you suck.
I have no idea why it's.
It's like an instant trigger for my laugh.
It is an absolute instant trigger for him every time we say. Just for reference with the whole vaginal discharge, I might as well go into it. See, I can't even just blatantly say it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stop.
So
Maybe
the whole
not.
thing is that I'm taking 4 different medicines right now for bronchitis and all the problems that I'm having.
I probably shouldn't be sitting next to him.
Probably not. And
now
we
you
were
guys get blocked.
We were just going through.
Thanks, Sidious. Don't make us come over.
Scroll up. Yeah. Anyway, so anyway, we were looking at all this, the symptoms and the things that come with some of these medicines, and a lot of them are all the same. They cause headaches and one of them said you can have.
Hey, leave the door alone.
You can have you can have horrible vaginal discharge, and the moment we said Doc was talking about it, and every time he said it, his face got redder and redder, and he just couldn't stop laughing. I mean, I'm saying vaginal discharge, and he just. And then even worse, I got into it. I was like, anal vaginal discharge, and it was like.
You can't say it with a straight face.
No, I can't either.
And crying, yes. I couldn't laugh about crying.
Oh, so it was horrible. But anyway, back to the show.
If we ever do a bloopers, it'll be shown.
We've recorded it, and it's horrible. We're horrible people. That's
We
all
are absolutely horrible.
That's all I got to say. So anyway, with the whole foldable phone, like I said, looked like about the size of a big billfold. I like the concept. Like, the only problem is that you can't have a flat phone with a case and not break the damn screen.
Yeah.
This has got scratch and screen problems written all over it.
This is having one drop and you're done.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're never going to...
If it's folded, you're done.
You're never going to get a case that's going to properly cover or protect it, much less, you drop it even on the spine area section.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, it's going to break. Like I said, I like the idea.
This is for the people who have an iron grip nonstop.
But, it's one of those things like I can't... Until they get to the point where these screens absolutely cannot be broken, that's where I'm at.
Do you ever think screens are going to be non-breakable? I mean, really?
I think it could be done. I just don't think anybody would want to pay the price for what it would cost to do it. That's really
screens made out of diamonds. You can only break it with diamonds.
They claim it's made out of every thing in the book, and it's kind of stupid. But Gorilla Glass 793 for
breaks with one drop.
Yeah, breaks with one drop.
Here, let's wrap glass all around your phone. Let's see what happens.
It's 90% stronger and 10% easier to break. I mean, makes no sense to me whatsoever. So, anyway, that's pretty much all I got. The idea is cool. I think the concept is horrible. Blah, 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 blah. You pretty much agree?
Yeah, it's a good idea executed poorly.
Yeah, like I said,
it really is.
I don't think it'll ever be a real product, even though it's supposed to be going on sale here soon.
Okay, that's what that is.
Yeah. This is the one. This is the one you're gonna love.
Yeah, this is the one I should have looked more into this one.
So, I thought it was kind of a joke, and I was watching Linus Tech Tips, and that's where I kind of saw this thing. Acer, Predator, Thanos, something like that. Game and Chair.
So wait, that just when everyone got snapped out of existence, did that get snapped into existence?
Yeah, something like that.
It's made out of Groot.
Yeah. Really cool looking. It's got like a triple monitor with a kind of like a beam over it. And go ahead and show.
Yeah,
Go ahead and switch over and show.
Yeah.
It's got triple monitors.
This is what it looks like.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. It comes. This is a complete package. It's $10,000.
Predator.
Now, $10,000. Don't get me wrong. Sounds like a ridiculous amount of money, and technically, yes, it is. But what you get is actually not bad.
You want to know what this reminds me of? Ready Player One.
There's been some descriptions to that effect, but you get this whole chair that's motorized, like the tray for the keyboard and mouse literally folds in and out.
Well, yeah. How are you gonna get out the darn thing?
This thing on that
Looks
goes
like
over,
you get strapped into
over
it too.
the top will literally up and down, so you can adjust it for your personal
height
and viewing.
Yeah, looks like the chair also goes back
chair
and forth.
reclines and does all that. But it comes.
I think I would end up sleeping more than playing.
You would. I
would fall asleep on stream doing that. I'm sorry.
So yeah, everything you see here, including the PC.
What's this guy doing?
Yeah, just the guy taking pictures. But
he looks.
You can see the PC, the whole thing, for $10,000. That also includes
not bad.
That also includes white glove service, because apparently this chair weighs like over 500 pounds, which it's mostly metal, so you can imagine.
Yeah, I would expect a chair like that to weigh.
But they come out to your house and personally set it up.
Hey, can we get the game room back up and running?
Oh, dude, that would so be awesome. And this thing's got.
Who are we kicking out?
It's got cup holders. Your sister.
There's another one in there too.
Yes, we're kicking Grandma out too.
Okay, put them in the sheds. We're good.
Yeah, we'll put them outside.
We are horrible people.
We are absolutely horrible people.
But I bet you Sidious would agree with us here.
Yeah, like I said, and you can see it's got like this little pocket on the right hand side for like remotes, whatever.
I see that.
On the left hand side,
where's cup holders?
It's on the left hand side.
Yep. I see him. I see him.
On the left hand side.
Right here, people. If you're watching on live.
Oh no. It's over here.
No. Then what's on the kid's lap?
I don't know that's on the kid's lap. No, I don't really want to know.
You two should be ashamed.
Absolutely, we should be ashamed of ourselves.
Are we? Absolutely not.
No, we are horrible people. But yeah, this thing looks absolutely awesome. I don't know how many of these are going to ever really sell, and I'm.
No, what is this? A trip? Oh yeah,
it's triple monitor. I can't remember.
Yes, we both know that we're going someplace special.
Yes, we have a special place in hell for us.
I have the penthouse suite. What can I say?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what the specs on the monitor. I'm assuming these got to be like at least 1080p 144s.
They better be for the price.
If they're not 1440.
Heat rises.
It is absolutely. I'll be honest. I'm sitting here sweating, and I have the window open.
I'm not.
It might be the medicine, though.
It honestly might. Hey, I just thought it.
Oh, I'm having hot flashes now. Go with my vaginal discharge.
Menstrual.
Yeah, my menstrual period. Anyway, I'm leaving that alone. Look,
I'm horrible.
So here's the thing: if I had $10,000 to blow, would I buy? Shut up! Really?
I'm sorry. It's just how I am tonight. Okay.
Yeah, his mind is totally in the gutter. Blue.
Hey, I'm sorry with the jokes we were making earlier.
Anyway, so. Would I buy this? Absolutely. I would buy this. I would buy two of these things.
One for me and one for you?
Honestly?
Or one for your head to rest in and one for your feet to rest in?
You know how we always me and Doc always kind of joked about doing like a gaming cafe? That right there.
You know, I never heard that business venture.
Him and I have talked several times, and this is before kind of like in... I think is it Malaysia or Thailand or something like that, where they're really popular, where they just like there's a hotel
where one guy like stayed like 36 hours.
I want to say there's a hotel in Thailand. They have like gigabit and Ethernet or 10 gig Ethernet or something like that.
They have NASA internet of 92 gigs per second.
Yeah, I mean they got like super internet. They got gaming machines, like multiple game machines in every room. It's some killer hotel.
So I'm hearing is we're flying out this summer to Thailand.
No,
Oh, why?
because it's expensive.
Experience over quantity.
Yeah, quantity in my wallet. It doesn't exist.
Lobby was used for MGL gaming teams to train in. Yeah.
Yeah.
MLG, Major League Gaming.
Yeah, and so yeah, like I said, there's a hotel that caters to that type of thing. That's absolutely awesome. And him, like I said, him and I talked about doing this kind of thing years ago, but this would totally be like the thing to have. Like, just have a line of these things. Like throw $100,000 in gaming gear. That's what this would be. Because the thing is, as long as the motorized section of it works fine, you can upgrade the monitors, you can upgrade the PC, keyboards, mouse, whatever you want. And like I said, these things would just be freaking awesome.
Yeah.
The only thing would probably make that better if it was like a full massage chair. Like, I want full massage chair.
What happened to me saying I would fall asleep in this darn thing?
Yeah, well,
100K in one room.
Yeah, absolutely, it'd be 100K.
Oh, I can see. I'm picturing the game room now.
Trust me.
What, the second I move out?
It's game porn, I'm gonna tell you. You finally turn 18, you move out on your own. I can afford that, okay? You don't realize what the kind of money I spend on you.
Keep dreaming. Who? Him or me?
Yeah, well, probably a little bit of both. All right, so we'll move on to the next topic. Like I said, totally would buy it if I yeah, I do too.
Of course you do.
All right, so more gaming news. Bungie,
holy crap!
Splits with Activision and takes Destiny with them.
Yes, this was the biggest thing in the past week?
Everybody's been talking about
days?
this. In fact, there's another portion of this, and before we get into all the kind of nitty-gritty details, Activision stock took a huge tumble after the announcement. Yeah, fake news. I'm glad it's not fake news. I'm
glad this is actually coming to light.
I'm kind of hoping there's another publisher or another company that might split from Activision. But anyway,
I think he was talking about us streaming.
Oh yeah, well. So the Activision Blizzard stock took a huge tumble after the announcement, and then apparently there's a look right now. There's an investigation going on about stock, their stock and stuff. Apparently, the investors are obviously not happy.
No, I wouldn't be happy either if Bungie, being the gaming company that it is, who produced Halo and Destiny. Don't get me wrong, I love Destiny.
You play it.
You never truly got into it.
I think it's a beautiful looking game. I cannot get into the gameplay. It is grindy. It is horrible for me to play.
Yeah, you don't you don't have the time to really put into a game.
I don't have the time. You're right. I don't have the kind of time to put into.
I just happen to somehow have the time to put into the game.
Yeah, you've got a ton of hours, and
I think Destiny is probably one of the only. Destiny 1 is probably one of the only games I have over 1,000 hours in.
Yeah, and I don't have a ton of games that fit that mark. Arma 3 was probably the only one that I can think of. I had about 50,
for me, it's
1,500 hours.
No, you were on Arma more than I was.
Yeah, I was on way more. But anyway, so the thing is, Bungie was under a 10-year contract with Activision when they left Microsoft and split off, and Microsoft got to keep the Halo franchise because obviously that was a staple for them.
Yeah, it started off with Microsoft on Xbox. There was no way they were letting anyone else take that.
Yeah, they weren't going to let Halo go anywhere else.
Now, see, my thing is Bungie going to go back? Is it going to say your wonderful child's home?
I don't think so.
Sit me at the round table.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they want to, especially with the rumors about all the friction they've had with Activision, and unfortunately.
Yeah, but that's Activision.
Well, the thing is, though, they want.
Activision has had trouble with people.
Well,
recently,
Activision has been notorious for, the microtransaction problem. They're
not just Activision, EA, and
well, I mean, EA has, but all the Activision IPs here in the last few years have really, we've seen a certain monetization model.
Yeah, it's gone less from earn it in gameplay to, oh, we're gonna put this in, and you have to randomly get it out of the drops.
Yeah,
And it's either you get lucky with the stuff you get in game to do it, or you put tons of money into it and you pay to win.
Right, and it's one of those things like we've seen a very similar pattern with everything that's been under the Activision thing. Same thing, it's the same problem we have with EA, and
That's the reason why you don't see a whole lot of EA games.
It really hurt Destiny 2, especially because
it hurt it in the very beginning a whole lot, and then they started with the whole, oh, we're going to keep pumping out, because Destiny 1 was mainly content. It was a drought.
Yeah, there was a huge drought of content, and then with Destiny 2, the problem wasn't content. The problem was that you had to pay for it, and you had to pay for it again, and you had to pay for it some more, and you had to pay. But then if you want to
see, I think if they keep doing stuff like they did with the annual pass that they did with this last one, where you get 3 DLCs for a little bit money, kind of like a season pass.
It's still honestly, it's still a really, really expensive game.
And hey, there's the stuff about the giveaway. If you want to check that out, make sure to check that out, please.
Yep. And so the official announcement says, statement from Activision, today we are announcing plans for Bungie to assume full publishing rights and responsibilities for the Destiny franchise. Going forward, Bungie will own and develop the franchise, and Activision will increase its focus on own IP and other projects. That was the official announcement from
what
Activision.
other projects? Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty?
Yeah, kind of like Call of Duty. Well, in Activision, Call of Duty is one of those ones that
like
got a microtransaction
That's
problem.
their major game franchise.
Now, nothing official, but according to sources that said they were there when the announcement was made to the Bungie, when the announcement was made to the group, to the people that work there. When they announced the split, there were cheers and popping bottles of champagne. If that doesn't tell you,
I
fuck
wouldn't blame
you to Activision.
I would not blame them with probably how they've been treated by Activision, because Activision has given them Call of Duty, Diablo, Immortal, Call of Duty.
Yeah, don't get me started on Diablo.
Don't get me started on Immortal. But with how they've been treated by Activision, with strict release dates and not really, oh hey,
kind of. It's also too that they've become Activision notorious for incomplete games, and
they've been becoming known for that now.
Too much stuff behind paywalls and too much stuff that just
kind of like Sidious just said, buy a game and have 40-70% on disc locked behind DLC paywalls.
Yeah, it's certainly one of those things it's not good practice. It's not going to win over your fans, and you piss off the fans. And we've seen this with Battlefront with EA. You piss off the fans, especially fans of Star Wars.
Oh yeah, don't make Star Wars fans mad.
Yes,
Oh my God.
You don't piss off a Star Wars fan.
You don't mess with our stormtroopers.
I hate to say it. Like, I had somebody, I was wearing a Star Wars shirt, and somebody, I was at a gas station, and he started talking to me about Star Wars. It was a guy working behind the counter. I kind of sort of cut him off. I was kind of, not because I had to, but because I'm very nervous about talking Star Wars to people I don't know.
You're anxious about that,
and it's sad to be that way, but it's kind of one of those things like, man.
See, I'm the one who can talk, Star Wars or
it's not that I can't talk. It's the problem.
Beware the power of the dark side.
Yes, power of the dark side. I can add a little power of the dark side.
Oh God.
I'm breaking out the sound.
I'm sorry, Sidious is there, not here. That's his. He's not in Discord, right?
I think he is on your Discord too, but anyway, so yeah, it's one of those things that, I'm excited for Bungie. I hope they do something other than Destiny. But in the same boat, he is speaking for me.
So he force projected into
Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't. I know exactly. I know.
I'm scratching my head on that one.
Yeah, don't. I can hear the gears grinding from here. It's just don't go there. Anyway,
And next thing we know, we got a fandom page on that.
yeah, we'll be at the top of the Reddit. So yeah, I'm excited. I'll be honest. I'm kind of hoping somebody else might leave Activision because they're assholes.
I am not causing a speech.
See, he didn't even actually say it. Okay, it was initials, and he knew exactly what he was talking about. And he already, Jesus, man, you were so immature.
I'm 16.
Don't get me started with about you 16. I'm not. Anyway,
I'm a teenager. I'm allowed to be.
Yeah, moving on. So Japan
16 going on 4. I love it. Yes. New motto.
No, he's going on 8 because he's got a mouth on him. So Japan
12.
Makes modding consoles and software illegal. There's been several outlets talking about this. I'd like to dig a little deeper into this one.
Yeah, I have not even heard about this until I read this.
Yeah, I probably should have put the. I didn't.
You
I didn't
put the link.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those kind of side things I threw in at the last minute. But they basically made the whole concept of modding consoles and software illegal, and there's some precedent of why, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that you got these people who are modding Xbox consoles or modding PlayStation consoles to cheat, to hack, to create havoc for producers of product. And we're seeing this really bad right now in Fallout 76. Going back to that crap.
Don't.
People.
I only played one game.
People are duping. People are which duping is basically a way of cheating the system to make copies of high level items. Hey,
let's go back to Minecraft.
Somehow in Fallout 76 they found the legendary. I'll call it the vault, but it was the developer room, and the developer room basically is just a room inside the game that's normally inaccessible, short of in the developer program. Normally in a PC version, you have to go into the command consoles and type in a certain code to get into it. And it's a room full of cases that has every freaking piece of armor, piece of weapon.
I'm sorry, why would they program that into that?
They use it to test stuff. In fact, in Fallout 76, they now have the one and only NPC is in that room in the game. And he's just a test dummy.
There are more NPCs than.
I'm talking actual human style NPCs. There's It's in this room. And
let's see if there's a video on that.
Oh, I'm sure there are, and it's been going around. In fact, people are now getting the ban hammer for anybody that's been in that room. They've been found in if Bungie has
if their name has been found in the code of that room,
and they are ban hammering big time right now for people.
I don't blame Bethesda for that one.
What's hilarious is fans of the game are taking the game into their own hands. They're literally hunting down. Like if people are found to be duping and whatnot, they'll
hunt them down.
They'll literally hunt them down on the servers. It's hilarious to that effect.
500 pop tabs for this kit.
Yeah, it is. They're if somebody gets,
if you can raid all their stuff.
The only problem is you get this whole thing of somebody thinks you are, even when you're really not. It can cause problems, but yeah, literally. It's,
Fallout bounty hunters.
That's exactly it.
There needs to be Bethesda needs to make a program in the game, but where it's a wall that you cannot destroy. You cannot nuke this wall. And they put the names up there, and it's a bounty price on their head, and it shows them on the map.
It absolutely should be. That would be hilarious if they would do that to hackers.
I would love that.
But
Talk
yeah,
about making money.
That would be a whole lot of fun. To me, that would be more fun probably than playing the game, and I haven't played it yet. So.
Oh, it's ultra survival mode. You think Minecraft hardcore, just more guns and. Stuff trying to kill you. I will eventually break down and play it, but I'm gonna wait a little while. I'm gonna give it a chance to mature, if you will, before I jump into that. So level 500 can try to kill you?
Yeah, something like that. So they'll scroll down a little bit.
Well, we're not talking about this one yet.
We're going to talk about that, but I just want to.
Oh, you want the full thing?
Yeah, I want the full thing. So
on this episode of Wasteland Bounty Hunters, we see our team going after.
See our team going on this episode. Yeah, that would actually. You know what? We should so totally do that. That actually would be hilarious. So anyway, this is sort of technology. It's also sort of automotive, and I'm a big car junkie. So
yep, this is all his stuff right here.
So this one's really for me. Harley Davidson officially announces the Livewire motorcycle. In full disclosure, I work. I get to be Doc. Absolutely.
That works.
Yeah, that works. You can totally do that with the long hair and all that, and be bald up to here. Wait a minute. That's kind of.
That's backwards.
That's actually a little bit too close to home, isn't it? Anyway,
he's going to murder you the second you walk out of this room.
He's so gonna murder me. But anyway, Yeah. Harley Davidson announces the Livewire electric motorcycle. It's slated for August 2019 release as a 2020 model. Full disclosure, I work for a company that has Harley Davidson as a customer. I can't say past that, but I just as full disclosure that that is a thing. My day job has them as a customer. So it's supposed to do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds.
Holy crap!
Which is stupid fast on a motorcycle.
I think I know a person who should never see this.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
There are two people.
Nash, don't ever think about buying one of these things.
Nash, Jack, Donnie.
It's got a 110-mile estimate range. It has a connected smartphone app called HD Connect, which tells you its battery life, its current location. It also will give you updates on like the security of the bike. So if it gets moved or bumped, it'll let you know. So some kind of cool things about it.
A tiny little spider drops onto it. Something's touching your bike.
Yeah. And this is my problem. Almost $30,000 for this bike.
Okay, that's a full car right there.
That's the thing. You can get a full like dresser motorcycle for $30,000.
Hey Google, where's my bike?
Oh, don't.
It is on 7th and Main.
It's traveling 150 miles an hour.
Wait, why is it over there?
Anyway, I think that they totally missed the mark. Don't get me wrong; these are going to be limited production, most likely. I haven't said, but I'm guaranteeing these are going to be limited production. You're probably only going to get them in like California, maybe Florida. I don't think it's something you're going to
Google, call the local police.
Stop doing that because you say it now. People, it's going to do that. God, you're horrible. I'm not. I'm just not.
Me or him?
Both of you. You're horrible people.
So are you?
I think $30,000 is stupid. $20,000 maybe. I think this is a solid $25,000 motorcycle. But at $30,000, absolutely not. You couldn't. I could not spend that kind of money on that kind of motorcycle. It's cool. It looks cool.
That's one if you just want to put it in your collection.
It is for a rich person that just wants it to have. You know what I mean? I guarantee.
That's for a rich person that doesn't know how to ride a motorcycle but wants to have one just to say he's cool.
Yeah, just to say he's cool. Just so I got a Harley Davidson, but I'm also and blue. But anyway,
we are not talking about avatars here.
Yeah, I think it's stupid. But anyway, moving on. So plans for the podcast in 2019. Okay. Obviously, we're still growing. We're still learning. Things definitely, I think, have gotten better.
Oh, yeah,
podcast.
definitely.
And certainly as you and I get our back and forth, we get our kind of theme for the thing. There is a possibility I might actually turn this on a regular YouTube channel. I've been posting this to my Modern Visions media channel. I may eventually.
You may need to do what Rogue Squadron does with theirs.
Yeah, I may eventually do your own channel. But I mean, the thing is we've we're now on 9 audio podcasts, including Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Breaker, Castbox, Pocket Cast, Radio Public. So we're easily accessible. You can also watch us live on Twitch. Like I said, Tuesdays about 8 p.m. ish Eastern Standard Time. You can find us on twitch.tv/SpiderArea713. You can also join the Discord. It's Spider's Discord, and if you want to put that in the chat.
Yeah.
So the chat is not coming up on the stream.
What is it? Oh, I know what it is. I was messing with this earlier. There it is.
Yep, we put the link, and that's a permanent link. So make sure to.
And of course, social media is right there.
Want to join the Discord, and we're hoping to integrate more listener topics, and obviously,
I have a thing that I actually forgot to add in on this earlier. Rockstar's actually getting sued.
For what?
Pinkerton Agent Company.
Really?
Yes, it's an actual company.
Is it
it's
really?
An actual detective company.
Pinkerton Detective Agency?
Yes, it's owned by some company in Sweden. I am not joking.
We'll talk about that.
More information on that one coming up next week.
Yeah, we'll do some research and we'll bring that up on the next podcast, which will be next week. But yeah, I mean that's the thing. We like doing this. I would also like to start another podcast. I enjoy sitting down and doing discussions, but I'd
have to be a TV. I mean, as our TV shows kind of start back up, we could also throw these in here if we wanted.
Well, and that's the thing. Like we're gonna definitely with the podcast. I mean, like I said, we're mostly tech and gaming. We'll talk about TV shows. We'll talk about movies that we're gonna see. Movies is gonna be a big thing this year.
Yeah, movies.
We're gonna definitely see a lot of movies.
Movies and TV shows after what we've seen with Crisis.
You talking about Elseworlds?
Elseworlds, yeah. Crisis on Multiple Earths is next year.
Yeah. And certainly, we watch most of the DC hero stuff. We watch, like I said, most of the Marvel stuff.
I've only seen Punisher and Iron Fist.
I'm way behind on the Netflix stuff right now. I finally finished Jessica Jones. I've finished.
I think you did Luke Cage.
Right? I did Luke Cage over the Christmas break. I just finished Jessica Jones season 2. I'm currently.
We could talk about how all Voltron went overall.
You know what? Let's do that next week. We'll talk. Yeah. We'll talk about Voltron. If you haven't watched Voltron series came back on Netflix
about 2 years ago, 2-3 years ago,
something like that, and we'll sit down and do a full thing on it because
we'll have to.
We both have sat down and watched the whole thing totally. And
that was a binge watch a night. Every time it came out,
I think I watched it over the course of like 3 days at work.
I was one straight night the last 2-3 seasons.
Yeah, it was definitely a binge watch.
Of course, the last 2-3 seasons I've been laid up. So
yeah, you've had plenty of time on your hands. It must be nice.
Hey, I wasn't planning on it.
But yeah, I mean, we'll obviously, we'll talk more about what we're playing and what we're feeling about it. I also we want eventually we'll talk about Red Dead Redemption 2 and how we're feeling about the game. In fact, we might do that on the next podcast.
Yeah, because I feel like you're catching up to me.
Yeah, we're
Insidious fast.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to.
Well, mainly because you had the game.
Not for Sidious. Sidious is.
I think he's back ahead of me now.
He's in chapter 4.
Yeah, I'm in chapter 4. You're in chapter 3.
Yeah, I'm early in chapter 3.
I think I heard that there was something like 12 chapters maybe in the game.
I don't know, but anyway, I want to thank anybody who has been watching or listening to this podcast. And like I said, we certainly plan on doing a lot more content coming into 2019. We're gonna definitely expand our topics and whatnot. I got to get this whole Streamlabs thing figured out. It's not working the way it's supposed to. I'm actually kind of hoping to maybe possibly put another camera in for the show. We're going to do some sound deadening in this room so you don't hear my wife or my daughter talk, and that's
or Sidious in the other room.
And, well, that's the sad thing is, and we talked about this, it's like,
well, thing is,
they talk it, even if you're talking in a normal voice,
Oh, you can hear it come down that hallway.
It comes right through these microphones, and
that door
you can
does
hear
nothing.
Like I come over here, and you can't hardly hear me. You can't hardly hear me. But
Yeah,
you got to be right up. But I'm hearing it through the microphones on through a door. So we got
through the door, down the hall, in another room, possibly 2 other rooms.
Yeah, so we got some work to do in the sound department. We certainly want to continue to improve the podcast, and certainly if you've got any ideas, any topics, feel free to hit us up on our social media. Like I said, mine's at MyDoneLife. You can on Twitter and Instagram, and you can pick up Austin here at the Spider's Nest 713 on Instagram. We got to get your Twitter things sorted out.
I think we'll have to make one just for the channel and
yeah,
leave it there.
I think you're gonna have to do that just to combine the two so they're together. So the weird thing been going on with his Twitch or Twitter account.
Too many T's.
Yeah, too many T's.
Trouble in Terrorist Town.
So yeah, like I said, lots to come. Make sure you like, subscribe. Like I said, we got the giveaway that's going to be coming up sometime towards the end of the month, very first of next month.
Yep. So
probably announce that next. We'll announce next week the exact date and times.
And I will probably be giving updates on what we are planning for it on my regular daily streams that I try to do.
And it'll also be on the we'll make the announcement also on his Discord channel.
So yeah, definitely make sure to join my Discord. Check it out. We will be making announcements. I think we'll probably announce it on the Discord just in case they missed the stream, and also announce it on stream.
Yeah, so
that 12-hour
that'll be coming. Yeah, we decided. A lot of people's like, you got to do a 24-hour stream. We might do that for like a 500 follower.
Yeah, I had some guy say that he didn't do his 24 right away. He's waiting for 500. I thought that was a decent idea. So did he. And so we.
Yeah, so it's going to be one of those things. We'll continue to do. Like I said, we have agreed to do a 12-hour, and it's going to be a combination of him and me both. I think I think we might do a special podcast episode just on that day, because I think it's going to be on a Saturday. I think that, but we have like I said, we're working on the date and the time, but probably coming up in the next 2 weeks. I already got the gift card bought, so whoever wins that will get that right away. So like I said, subscribe, follow. Like if you're on, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to go to twitch.com/SpiderARA713, and I'll make sure to host or put the if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put the Discord link in our social media in the description below. Thank you for everybody joining us today. I am Travis Dunn.
I'm Austin Adams.
And this is the SpiderCast. Thank you and have a great day.